Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
I want to ride my
bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
To include a piece of action, to go back to the point I made at the beginning of the second screen, to include an action which has not got narrative significance. In other words, something happens, but we don't know what it is, or why it is, or how it fits, because it's disconnected from any obvious narrative motive. You know, like she picks it up because.
Dave, we're watching. What kind of film are we watching today, Dave? A gay film. A gay film.
Hello.
Gay.
Aaron's gay. Aaron's the biggest gay I know. After Dave, of course. Dave is bigger. Gay.
Bigger in many ways.
Gay.
The idea of a step out on
You don't really, yeah.
maybe some of you
We're going to shout gay at the end.
we can just share a few ideas about what constitutes a step out.
Well, they're all comfortable.
But now that our friends are back, we can start. Were you successful?
Gay. Gay. Gay.
You think you were? Okay. Sometimes difficult to tell.
Gay.
Okay, we're not going to find out what it is, but it's obviously something of some consequence because the action has stopped. And then something might be about to happen with this object that she just puts it down and walks on. And the whole thing seems to be something which is then nothing.
I thought it was a representation of the relationship between the two girls that she said that because they met at their sisters. She almost had her taken to be sisters, but it was gone. So
Possibly, maybe. You see what I'm getting at is that there is a high level of ambiguity built into the shots themselves, into the decision to include a piece of action. To go back to the point I made at the beginning of the second screen, to include an action which has not got narrative significance. In other words, something happens, but we don't know what it is, or why it is, or how it fits, because it's disconnected from any obvious narrative motive. You know, like she picks it up because. She picks it up because earlier it was dropped, or she picks it up because she wants to do something with it. None of those necessarily work as explanations. It just, you see this further ambiguous detail in the film that is full of ambiguous detail. All I would suggest is that it gives the audience space to participate imaginatively in the world of the film much more creatively than if we were dealing with a film which is more prescriptive, in other words, a film which tells us what to do, or which gives meaning and attaches labels to things. This film clearly gives us cues, particularly in the soundtrack. I hope the second time round you notice the significance and indeed the complexity of the soundtrack, which might be almost inaudible to you the first time you watch the movie. And that soundtrack is clearly doing an awful lot of work in terms of establishing mood and theme and idea. But the curiosity of the film, as I say, is in the fact that we've got a whole variety of actions which have no obvious explanation, no obvious labeling dimension to them. I'm afraid, folks, that that's all there is today, because that's all the time that I can afford and I'll go back and teach another class. But I hope that you've got something out of it. Hold on a second. What I just want to do before I go is to clarify what it is that James wants you to do for next week. The first thing he wants you to do, as far as I understand it, is to reflect upon today's class, which is both the film itself and the discussion that we've had arising from the film, and to go ahead, ideally this evening, while these ideas are still fresh in your mind, keep a kind of creative log of ideas. What ideas did you take away from today's class which may inform your own screenwriting? What did you learn? What ideas have you got from the film? What have you got from the kinds of discussion and the perceptions that we shared with one another. Write it down so that it's something that you can come back to. The second thing that he wants you to do is a step outline. A step outline is, if you turn over to the right-hand side of this, the steps that make up a story. And in a sense, it's a bit inappropriate in relation to today where we've seen a film that has very little narrative. But usually a step outline indicates key developments in the story. It would be interesting actually to do a step outline for the Ramsey's movie, which is each business story described very briefly, 2 sentences, 3 sentences, about 40 to 50 words for each step, so that what you've got is the first skeleton outline of the whole film. As I said, I've given you a website where you can look at an actual example. But the point that's made here is if you just look at that Joe Lady's apartment, gets in a car, drives to the bank. Literally, or strictly speaking, each of those is a separate scene. Joe Lady's apartment is scene 1. Joe gets in his car, scene 2. Joe drives to the bank, scene 3. A step outline collapses those. And basically, that's the next bit of the car is Joe goes from his house to the bank. Very simple, but it's obviously what James is obviously asking you to do is to begin that process of thinking through imaginatively a story that is then going to shape up into a screenplay. I might say
Okay.
for resources for this module, buy a copy of this. It's absolutely fantastic resource.
It's just funny how he hasn't ever looked over here. Yeah.
British Film Institute, 16 British short films, all kinds of stuff on here.
I'll put it on YouTube tonight and I'll send you a link.
Bye, Patrick.
You big perf. Okay.